Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Maria Azizian, a board-certified general surgeon and IFM-certified functional medicine physician. And today we're diving into an essential topic, gut health. If you've ever dealt with digestive issues, fatigue, skin problems, or just feel like something is off, focusing on your gut could be the key. In today's video, I'll walk you through 7 steps everyone can take to help heal their gut and support their overall health by doing that. But first, what does gut health actually mean? Your gut is more than just a digestive system. It's a home to trillions of bacteria, fungi, and other microbes that play a major role in digestion, immunity, and even in mood regulation. When the gut is out of balance, it can lead to problems not just in your stomach, but throughout your body. So healing your gut is really about rebalancing this complex ecosystem and ensuring it's working in harmony. So step 1, start with a gut-friendly diet. One of the biggest things you can do for your gut health is to eat the right foods. A gut-friendly diet means cutting out processed foods, reducing added sugars, and avoiding artificial ingredients. Instead, focus on whole, fiber-rich foods, things like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. Fiber feeds the good bacteria in your gut, and it helps maintain a healthy balance. Bloating and irregular digestion is something we see a lot at our clinic, and sometimes just by simply increasing the intake of fiber and in the forms of fruits and vegetables and reducing processed foods, we start seeing changes, we start seeing improvements. Small changes can make a big difference. Step 2, consider adding probiotics and prebiotics. Probiotics are beneficial bacteria that can support your gut's ecosystem, while prebiotics are the fiber or the food that feeds those good bacteria. You can find probiotics in foods like yogurt, kefir, and kimchi, and prebiotics are in foods like garlic, onions, bananas, and oats. It's actually interesting to see how just adding probiotics and prebiotics to their daily food intake improves digestive and not only digestive symptoms. We see it all the time in our clinic. And again, the same thing, little changes produce big results. Number 3, avoid overusing antibiotics. And in a way that I should address it to doctors and providers who are prescribing antibiotics, because it is true, even now antibiotics are overprescribed. And we also, when we talk about overprescription and overuse of antibiotics, it's actually a life history of overuse of antibiotic. It's a history of overuse when you were a child, and then going forward when you were a sort of young adult, and so on, because it all accumulates and it does affect the balance of our gut microbiome. So essentially, overuse of antibiotics wipes bad bacteria and unfortunately good bacteria. So then you have a disbalance and it's very hard to restore that. So every prescription of antibiotics does have that effect. So what can you do about that? Of course, the first thing that you can do is make sure when you are taking antibiotics that you are taking probiotics and prebiotics, because that way at least you can balance it out. In some situation, you can't not take antibiotics, especially let's say if you have active infection. So of course, please then take antibiotic, but be cognizant that you do have to put in some work in terms of eating the right foods, taking probiotics, and often you may want to add probiotics in the form of supplement as well while you are on antibiotics. So in a way, I know that it's hard to avoid antibiotics if you are being prescribed that, but please make sure that you eat good food, whole foods, fruits, vegetables, fiber, good proteins, and that you may want to add probiotics as a supplement as well while you are on antibiotics. So that's step number 3. Step number 4 is stress management. So stress management is very important because, believe it or not, but the levels of stress affect the balance of good and bad bacteria, and actually they can create a lot of deficiencies of good bacteria as well. Additionally, we have to think of a hormone cortisol that also plays into our gut microbiome and also often may lead directly and indirectly towards development of the leaky gut. So taking care of yourself and decreasing stress levels is very important, and whatever it takes, things like yoga, relaxation techniques, or having a favorite hobbies, all of these are encouraged and they're part of the healing step for your gut health. So the next one is step number 5 is getting enough sleep. So how much sleep? Again, it's an individual type of thing, but it's somewhere between 7 to 9 hours. Getting enough sleep is essential because, as you know, the lack of sleep affects every organ and every organ system in our body, and to expect that it doesn't affect our gut would be actually quite foolish. And the same thing, the balance of gut microbiome, when somebody is exhausted, stressed, and sleep deprived, you won't be able to maintain that balance. So please make sure you get enough sleep. Make sure that you're relaxed when you go to bed, and no screen time, at least 2 hours, preferably longer than 2 hours before you go to bed. And make sure that your environment, your bedroom, is very dark, because light pollution is another issue that can interfere with your melatonin and etc. I actually have a video about that, so make sure that your bedroom is very dark. So the next one is very simple, but step number 6 is stay hydrated. Water is extremely important. It's a lubricant for our whole body, for our skin, and for, honestly, for every system, for our vascular system, for everything to function normally, and it's equally important for the gut. So please make sure that you do perhaps carry a water bottle with you and sip throughout the day when you feel thirst, and please stay hydrated throughout the day. This is a very simple recommendation, but it goes a long way. So, and number 7 is listen to your body. Of course, we do talk, and especially in our clinic, we talk about food sensitivities and how different foods affect people differently. However, listening to your body is very helpful, because you can often understand that you eat something and you feel a little off. It could be that a headache is coming on, or you have just a little bit of rash. So listening to your body and using your sort of internal intuition and tuning into yourself is extremely helpful. Again, it's wonderful to have the food sensitivity testing and everything else, and we do that in our clinic. However, in some cases, when people are tuned in to their body, and that's a skill that one should work on, you can actually start eliminating certain foods that just simply, they may look very good, but they are not agreeable with you. And I have to say that sometimes those could be healthy foods. Like sometimes it could be, let's say you're eating strawberries, for example, and you just don't feel right. So then don't eat them. What can I say? I think that our body basically tells us what to do if we listen to it, because we often just miss the signals from our body. Well, so those are 7 steps for healing your gut. And if you enjoyed this video, so please like, subscribe, and share so you can get more videos about variety of medical topics on functional medicine, skin, etc. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.